up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
following is a presentation of BFA Sports. coldest night of the year so far in southern New Jersey. It's cold outside and it's about 5 degrees. Even contesting inside between Samuel Fels and Ricky and Ricky School. Going to be Tenor Jim Williams on the and it is
Good evening. Welcome to the Panthers Tournament Division, home of the Camden. Tonight's game features Samuel Fels of Philadelphia and your own Camden Panthers. Right now, let's get the starting lineups. For Samuel Fels. Number 23, at full S. Number 5, Yasin. Number 21, Camden. And then 13 is and we have the Panthers. Our starting lineup: number 15, freshman Ray Garner. Number 2, junior Jay. Number 3, senior, Makai Hart. Number 1, senior, Alex Pace. And number 13, Sean Franklin. Tonight at 8, this requires sufficient for all rules regarding unfortunate conduct by coaches and players. There will be no tolerance for any negative behavior such as taunting, trash talking, and verbal or written or physical conduct related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion. Such behavior will result in being rejected from the community. All participants must respect the game, respect the officials, and respect their opponents. Here at the high, we like to say, let the players play, let the coaches coach, let the officials officiate, and let the fans be positive. At this time, these guys are playing our national anthem.
rock and roll in this one. A non-league contest, again, two really good teams facing off. And the coaches familiar with one another. For Fels, it's Jamel Lindsay, who's the head coach, for Fels, I should say. He and Camden High School head coach Jason Harrigan know each other because, of course, Harrigan was the head coach at St. Joe's Prep in Philadelphia for the last 5 years. So the two talked a little bit, and they thought for both teams it would give them a chance to get a little bit of a non-league tune-up against some high-level competition, and that's really what Coach Lindsay is looking for here today from his team, a chance to get a good look at a top team from Jersey to kind of help prepare them for the long run of the season, right, as they get into the stretch run. But for Fels, they are 9-6 overall. They're 7-1 in the public league's independence division, in first place in that division. And that's, a division that includes Emotep. So it's a strong division over there in the city. And this team is in first place in that division right now. So Camden wins the tip, and we'll have the ball to start. Hart to Pace. Garner looking opposite. Has it stolen, though. Stolen away, and then the dribble's lost by Aiden McDowell, wearing number 13. Corner 3 ball for Jacine Saab is good. And Fels on the board to start here, 3-0. For Camden, the Panthers hit 4 of their first 4 threes on Saturday against Woodbury to jump out to a 12-0 lead. They saw that lead dwindle to 16-14 at the end of the first quarter, but then went on a crazy second quarter run, held Woodbury to just 4 points, and was able to build a big lead, 35-18 at the half, en route to a 71-58 victory back on Saturday. The ball gets bounce, will go. It will Camden, I should say. Here's Pace in the corner. He's guarded by Kieran Favors, a junior with some length, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds with it looks like. So out of bounds on the sideline. Pace was trying to turn the corner. Camden showing some full court man pressure here early as we are just a minute into action here. Fels up 3-0. Samuel Fels leading 3-0 here to get things started. Right side. This is Saab. McDowell thought about 3, now drives, gets defenders in the air, can't get the shot off, and will reset. Saab again back at the top of the key. Big screen set there by Abdul Silla. Shot no good. Pace with the rebound, pressing the issue down the lane, leaves it off for Garner. Nice look from Pace to Garner, and Garner's on the board. Started the season with a 10-point game, did Garner. It was his only double-digit game of the season thus far. McDowell, guarded by Hart. Looked like Hart might have kicked it. No call. Pace tried to collect it, couldn't. And here comes Fels the other way quickly. 3-ball is long. Rebound on the offensive glass. It's Izaz Cornegay, the senior, with the putback, and it's a 5-2 advantage for Fels. Hart thought about 3. The Kingsway transfer in his 4th or 5th game now for the Panthers. Gets it to Franklin. Keyshawn Franklin's proven to be an outstanding scorer in his first few games here at the high. Pace tries to get around the corner. Finds himself open. Long 3. He'll nail that. Alex Pace with the 3, and it's a tie game. Pace, who came here from Atlanta, transferred from outside of Atlanta, I should say, in Georgia. Homeschooled last year. Did not play high school basketball last year. Little jumper on the left side is up and good for Saab. He's got 5 of the visitors' 7 here as Fels leads 7-5. Pace with a good yo-yo of the dribble. Has his shot blocked as Cornegay blocked it. And he's feeling it there after the play. Grabs at his left ankle. Number 10, Izaz Cornegay, is limping around a little bit. I thought he was coming out, but the sub is actually going to be for Silla as number 15 checks in. That is Cyrus Gaines. 3-ball on the way. Pace misses it. Strong board by Favors. Favors to McDowell. McDowell hesitates, tries to get by Franklin. Good D, though, by Franklin. Quick feet for Franklin. Quick hands, too, as he slapped away the pass. Fels gets it back. Elbow jumper rolls off and out of bounds. It's going to be last touched by, they're going to say Camden. I guess Garner slapped it away. Camden trying to go with some size here today as Garner gets the start. The big freshman. Robinson not in the starting lineup tonight. The lob to Cornegay. He can't finish. Garner, strong board. Here's Peyton on the right wing. And dribble. That will come out. Looks like Fels with his own. He's trying to bust it. Three. He can't get it at all. He's on the run. Feeding inside as Mikael Mendez tried to make the connection inside, but could not. Last touch by and we've got a timeout on the floor. We've got a timeout for Fels. We're midway through quarter number 1. The visitors out front, 7-5. More after this on BFA Sports. So just a quick 30-second timeout for Fels. Again, leading 7-5. Again, they're 9-6 overall. They're winners of 4 of their last 5 games this season, and 9-6 overall. So a good stretch right now has got them up and over 500. And they'll inbound here. Favors top of the key against Tyree Thorpe. Favors gets into the paint, can't finish. Good hands. Garner knocks it away. Gets it to Pace. 2-on-2 for Camden. Pace will take it to the hole. Can't get it to fall. Rolls off the heel of the rim and Fels the other way. Fels in the paint. It was Saab. Couldn't finish. Franklin on the run. Switches hands in midair and scores. Keyshawn Franklin, dynamic player. Really good speed, good defense. Really like what we've seen from Keyshawn Franklin here in his first few games as a Panther. Ball out to Mendez. Little inside game. Cornegay with the jam on the baseline. He's got 4. Saab has 5. And Fels leads at 9-7. Camden spreading the offense out wide. Thorpe for Pace. Pace was open for a minute, elected not to shoot. Pump fakes, now Thorpe. Back to Franklin. And Thorpe again, top of the key. Pace working the high post. Franklin's 3, no good. No one's underneath except for Favors. And he'll pull it down quickly. Saab will pull it back out. Maranta Mendez gets it back. Now Favors, back to Maranta Mendez. He'll reset. Now finding a little hole in the zone. That was Gaines. Gaines left it off for Cornegay, and Cornegay will shoot 2. Azaz Cornegay, the senior, will have 2 shots here as he gets to the line for the first time today. First player for either team to step to the line here with his team up 9-7. Almost 6 minutes gone by here in quarter number 1. Clock stopped with Cornegay at the line. 2:14 left to play here in the opening quarter. Cornegay will have his second here. Missed the first. Knocks that down. He's got 5. And we said before, Saab with 5, and Fels with 10 points. Here's Pace. Quickly spins into the paint. Camden moving the ball really well against Fels right now. Extending the zone. Thorpe goes up high off the glass and scores over Cyrus Gaines. Thorpe scoring on the run and pulls Camden to within a point. Inside-out game for Fels results in the 3, and it's good for Saab. That's his second 3 of the game. He's got 8, and now it's a 4-point Fels advantage. Panthers versus Panthers here at the High today. Thorpe finds a little space in the zone, tries to drive. Left hand shot is blocked, swatted away by Gaines. Run, leaves it underneath. The shot no good for Saab. Camden the other way. Thorpe with the left, goes up and scores off the window. Thorpe with 4 quick points here for Camden, and it's a 2-point game. Thorpe's been more noticeable on the defensive end. The ball comes loose, and they're going to say it's off Franklin, I believe. He was reaching across as he was diving on the ground. His left leg and foot were out of bounds when he touched the ball as it was being covered by Jasin Saab. 3, left side, that's long. Rebound, Franklin. Franklin will slow things up, gets the Pace. 48 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. Pace in the paint, stops, pops. That is good for Alex Pace. He's got 5, and it's a tie game at 13. Zaz Cornegay, good look in the post, as they had 2 men down there, and they're going to just kick it back out. It's going to be, not an over and back as it's saved, but Camden gets the steal. Pace slips and scores anyway. Wow, Alex Pace with 7 now, and it's Camden out front for the first time, 15-13. 15 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Almost another steal. Zaire Johnson tried to get the theft. However, he's going to get called for the reach-in. That'll be a foul on Zaire Johnson. His second team foul for Camden. Our officials, by the way, today, you see over there by the bench, that's Cordell Boyd. Standing here near midcourt next to our table is Mike Perry, and on the baseline, it's John Sagunas. 5 seconds left to go. Fels trailing by 2. They tried to get it to Izaz Cornegay. Thorpe is going to try and beat the buzzer. He almost got it off the window. Doesn't quite drop, but Camden scraps its way back. They were trailing by a couple there in the early going, but now have taken a 2-point lead as we go to quarter number 2. Back with more after this on BFA Sports.
In this game, they say you can't travel, but we do it for them. Beating the buzzer, setting a screen, creating the comeback. Always keeping score. Play by play, season by season, year after year. And no matter where our seats are, we're always here with you. Because this isn't labor, it's love.
Camden High cheer squad on the court here as we await quarter number 2. My name is Mike Shute. Glad you are joining us here on BFA Sports for tonight's non-league matchup. Again, it's Camden High playing host to Fels, Samuel Fels High School from Philadelphia, again from the public league. They are 7-1 in the Independence Division, and that, again, is a division that includes Imhotep, which is a team that is always in contention for state championships over in Philadelphia between football and hoops. So Fels certainly performing well here in the early portions of the season, at least in public league play. And again, 9-6 overall, and they're winners of 4 of their last 5. Meanwhile, for Camden, the High has won also 4 of its last 5. That came on the heels of what was a 4-game losing streak. So Camden and Fels, 2 teams kind of changing the trajectory of their seasons in the last couple of weeks. Fels trailing with the ball. This is Namir Green, number 1, is checked in. Joined also in the lineup by number 0, Makai Ackridge. And now they've got a timeout, I believe, on the court. Jamel Holloway had to come out onto the floor to get the timeout called. And the Camden cheerleaders, I think, a little too loud for our officials to hear the call of timeout from Fels head coach Jamel Lindsay. So far for Lindsay and his Panthers, again, it's Panthers versus Panthers here, but for Lindsay and his Panthers, they've gotten 8 points from Jacin Saab so far and 5 from Izaz Cornegay. That's all the scoring for Fels. Meanwhile, you get a look at Camden High head coach Jason Harrigan and his squad. Of course, Harrigan in his first season here at Camden. Took over, of course, for Villanova great Malik Waynes, who was the head coach here for a couple years, including a state championship a couple years back. And, of course, Waynes took over for Rick Brunson, whose son, Jalen, was a Villanova great. And, of course, Rick was a great at Temple and an NBA pro as well. Fels with the ball. Cornegay inside. Can't hold on. Slapped away by Franklin. Again, quick hands for Franklin. Again, really liking what I've seen from him in the early going of this season. Just a junior. Made a season debut at Paulus 6 back on Thursday, January 8th with 19 points and 4 rebounds. That was a loss, 80-67. Here's a corner 3. Fels. It's good. Delivered from Makai Ackridge. Ackridge, just the third person to get in the scoring column for Fels tonight. And they are back in front 16-15. Here's Zaire Johnson. Good look underneath. But a travel as the person in the low post couldn't quite hang on to the pass there. I believe that's Scott. Balewa Scott could not quite hang on. Pass underneath. It looked like it went off the foot of Cornegay. It did. That's what Pace said. And John Zagunis, our official on the baseline, agreed. More subs into the game for Fels. Ehab Ibrahim comes in wearing number 24. He replaces number 22, Julian Paven. Johnson with it against the 2-3 Fels zone. Pace pulls up for 3. Just spills out for Pace. He's got 1-3 today and really can shoot the 3 as good as anybody in South Jersey high school basketball. 1 versus 1 as Green goes against Pace. This is a matchup. Green loses the handle, and it's going to be over and back. So a turnover forced by Pace. Camden forced a ton of turnovers on Saturday against Woodbury, which is really a big key as to why they were able to get that margin at halftime, as they got up 35-18 at the half using a 19-4 second quarter run. That really kind of did in the thundering herd of Woodbury. Hart back in there for Camden. Kicks it to Franklin. Franklin's 3 is off wide right. Just kind of drifted on him there. So Camden remains scoreless here in quarter number 2. They led 15-13 after 1. Saab with the dribble, left hand, gets into the paint, little Euro step, shot falls off, Franklin grabs it, and he will press the issue. Franklin into the paint against traffic, and they're going to say last touched by Franklin as it was blocked underneath there. Fels active hands. Looked like Makai Ackridge was able to slap it away. Ackridge has the ball now in the corner. Back top of the key to Saab. Saab penetrates and kicks. 3 ball left side. Off the mark by Green. Franklin another rebound. Franklin against Cornegay. Now left side. Johnson Baseline. Thorpe, far side. That shot no good. Strong board by Garner. Thorpe trapped on the baseline, kicks it out. Back to Johnson. Johnson in traffic. Oh, leaves it off to Garner. In traffic, he scores. Drayden Garner's got 4. Good assist from Johnson. Go to the high post. Garner's going to steal it away. Collects it. Gives it to Hart. Hart, right side. Johnson, 3-ball. Good. Camden forcing turnovers and working in a hurry. Johnson in the scoring column for the first time today. He's got 3. And Camden out front by 4, their largest lead of the afternoon or evening, I should say. Saab gets into the paint, puts up a crazy shot, and they're going to say he traveled. He got into some traffic there, but it's going to be a travel against Saab as Jaden Doctor returns, the junior. Keyshawn Franklin, another junior, takes a seat. Thorpe with it outside. Thorpe to Hart. Hart now inside. Garner. Drayden Garner tried to look inside in the post to Doctor. Turnover. Saab the other way. Layup spills out. Thorpe with the rebound. Camden in a hurry the other way. Thorpe with speed in the paint. Tried to hand it off to Doctor, and the 2 guys just kind of not on the same page. And that'll get Alex Pace back into the game. The senior guard will check in for Tyree Thorpe. Thorpe with 4 points, though. Productive minutes for him here in the second quarter. Midway through quarter number 1. Top of the key jumper on the way. No good for Ehab Ibrahim, and Doctor on the run. Doctor to Hart. Hart penetrates. Kicks. Pace. Johnson, 3. And it's going to be wedged. Stuck up there. And Drayden Garner doesn't let it stay there for long. Slaps it right on off. The freshman jumping up and slapping that away. So it'll be Fels' ball, but they're going to talk about this as there was not a jump ball. And they're going to talk about the arrow here. They changed the arrow now. They talked it over. Fels did have the ball to start the second quarter right in front of us, so the arrow never got changed. So now it's going to be Camden ball as they get it right. They're still talking it over. They're not 100% sure. As John Zagunis is chatting with his partner, Cordell Boyd. Mike Perry, the official on the near side, to my left on the near sideline. He's staying out of it. Pace gets it into Garner as they do decide it is Camden ball. Now back to Pace on the baseline. Slaps that. Now Johnson, top of the key. Johnson guard by Jaden Mann. Camden lost the handle for a minute. It was deflected though, but the Panthers get it back. Again, Panthers versus Panthers here. Pace picks up his dribble maybe a little too soon. Johnson, cross court to Hart. Thought about 3, draws some traffic. It's tripped, no call. Johnson now will shoot the 3 from the left side. Can't get it to fall. Cornegay with the big rebound. Izaz Cornegay, the senior. He's the leading scorer on this Fels team. See if I can tell you a little bit more about him in a moment. Ackridge, his shot is long. Both teams a little bit cold here in this quarter. Pace with speed is fouled, and he will shoot 2. Pace gets to the line a lot. This is his first trip tonight. But he had a stretch of 2 games where he got to the line 20 times between Paul VI and Atlantic City. So that's the first team foul against Fels. Didn't see who they called it on. I'll check those at halftime as Pace knocks down the first. Pace with 8 of Camden's 21. And the second is heavy, but Pace gets it back. And the jumper is good, so the unconventional kind of backwards 3-point play, he'll take it. And it's now 10 points for Pace as his team leads 23-16. Cornegay is blocked by Garner, but they may have called Doctor for the foul. Let's see who they called it on. Now they're going to get Drayden Garner with the foul, and we'll have Izaz Cornegay shooting 2. On the season, Cornegay leads the way with points, 22.7. The stats online for the team says he is shooting 63% from the field as well. So he leads the team in shooting at 63%. Leads the team in scoring at 22.7 points per game. Missed 2 there. He also is the team's leading rebounder at almost 11 a game. But 0 for 2 at the line there for Cornegay, so he's 1 for 4 tonight. Hart, good ball fake, shoots the 3, bang for Makai Hart. That's his first points of the night. And Camden has had 6 different players in the scoring column tonight to combine for their 26 points. So they're getting some balance here as we've got a turnover on Fels in front of the Camden bench. So Pace will take it. Looks like Fels back in that zone. Pace, long distance 3, off the mark. They've got a runner loose for Fels. Pace tries to defend, does get a piece of it, and a good rebound by Doctor. He tried to, though, launch it. Actually, that was not. Doctor gets it back anyway. Doctor on the run. Oh, he tried to connect with Pace. Just bounced it a little bit in front of him, and now Camden scrambling back on defense. Cornegay goes up. He's fouled by Hart. His Hart just put a stop to that one. Izaz Cornegay didn't really like that too much, but Hart just didn't want to give up the easy bucket. Tried to reach down for the ball, grabbed him on the arm. They're going to talk it over, and they're going to call now an intentional foul as Sagunis talked it over with Mike Perry, and they're going to call the intentional foul. So Cornegay will shoot 2. Cornegay will shoot 2 here, and then it will be Fels basketball. So Cornegay with 5 tonight, looking for more. Heavy again, so now 1 for 5 at the line, and he'll have another. Cornegay also averaging 1.8 blocks per game this year for this team, to go along with his 10.8 rebounds and 22.7 points. Misses 2 there, though. So foul, I guess you could say, was kind of effective as they didn't score, but the intentional foul, though, gives Fels the basketball here with 1:38 left to go. Camden up 10 as Fels has struggled here in this quarter. Just 3 points for the Fels Panthers. Meanwhile, Camden has put up 11 points in this quarter. So it's been good defense from Camden, as well as some tough shots missed by Fels. That's built this 10-point advantage for the High here in the second quarter. Much like they did against Woodbury in the second quarter on Saturday. So they're calling that intentional foul. That was on... I thought it was on Garner. Oh no, it was Hart that reached in, right? 3 Hart got the foul. So now Fels looking inside to Cornegay, and we've got a foul on the pass inside. I think they may have gotten Doctor on that one, on the hold. That's just the 3rd team foul against Camden. First for Doctor, just the 3rd team foul in this quarter. First for Doctor. Fels looking to get it in. They try to get it to Cornegay. Pace slaps it right back from where it came as Jaden Mann was inbounding. And actually, Pace hit it off of Mann, who was standing out of bounds, so it's Camden ball. Pace will bring it up the floor after he gets some instruction from Coach Harrigan. Hart looking for double team, looking for Franklin. Franklin spins away from Cornegay and lays it in nicely. Little finger roll for Franklin. He's got 4, and it's a 12-point Camden High advantage. Cornegay, right wing, fully across the court there with that pass. That was McDowell over there, 13. Back to Cornegay, now to McDowell again. McDowell in the paint. Runs into some traffic, has it knocked away, and then a foul against Cornegay as he was just kind of bodying up against the Camden player underneath the basket. I believe that's Balewa Scott. That's a second foul on Cornegay, I believe. It's 2 team fouls here in the quarter against Fels as we're approaching the 30-second mark. And a foul, little reach, a little touch foul against Jaden Mann, number 20. That's 3 team fouls for each squad here as we have 30 seconds exactly left to go here in quarter number 2. Quick sub, couple of quick subs actually for Fels. 23 Abdul Silla comes back, as does number 2 Isael Moranta Mendez. Pace guarded closely. Hart gets by Mendez, but runs out of real estate. Pace now on the run, little floater down the lane, can't get it. Chases down the rebound, 13 seconds left to go, and Camden will hold for the last one. Fels extending the defense. Hart in the paint, tries to leave it off, but it's out of bounds. Scott couldn't hold on. Another turnover with 4.4 seconds. We'll see what Camden does defensively here. And they lost the handle. Hart's got a chance to beat the buzzer. Oh, and he just missed it again. A little heavy off the back of the iron. But for Camden, they're going to be happy heading into the locker room with a 12-point advantage as they lead it by the score of 28-16. Fels only able to manage 3 points in that quarter as their shooting went cold and the Camden defense kind of ramped up a bit, forcing a lot of turnovers. Again, much like they did on Saturday against Woodbury, as Camden built a big second quarter lead as they went on a 19-4 run in the second quarter to take a 35-18 advantage. Pretty similar stuff here. It's a 13-3 second quarter for Camden here today. And they build that lead. They were up just by 2 at the end of 1. Now lead it by 12 as we go to the half. Again, Camden up 28-16. The leading scorer in the first half for Camden, it was Alex Pace, as usual, with 10, setting the pace, as he has been the top scorer for this team in pretty much every contest for Camden so far. Again, the transfer from Georgia. He's also joined by Tyree Thorpe with 4, Drayden Garner with 4, Keyshawn Franklin with 4, and Makai Hart with 3. For Fels, Izaz Cornegay with 5, and leading the way, Jacin Saab with 8. They also got another 3 from Makai Ackridge in that first quarter. So just 3 players scoring for Fels in the first half, combining for their 16 points. We will step away, take a break, and come back with the third quarter here on BFA Sports. You're watching Camden High basketball. My name is Mike Shute. We'll see you in just a few moments.
In this game, they say you can't travel, but we do. In this game, they say you can't travel, but we do it for them. Beating the buzzer, setting a screen, creating the comeback. Always keeping score. Play by play, season by season, year after year. And no matter where our suits are, we're always here with you. Because this isn't labor, it's love.
Game Changer is the #1 youth sports app for coaches, fans, and athletes. With easy-to-use features like team messaging and scheduling, scorekeeping, and live streaming, it's the one-tap app to take your season to the next level. Stay organized with Game Changer's free team management tools. Coaches and team staff can add schedules and set event locations, while fans can sync events to their personal calendars. Plus, enhanced messaging and alerts, photo and video sharing, and RSVP features keep everyone who needs to know in the know. Using just a smartphone or external camera, any coach, parent, or manager can set up an amazing live video stream of every game for family and fans who can't be there in person, no matter where they are, so they never have to miss a moment. After the game, coaches and subscribers can review game film in the app at any time with archived full event videos and highlight clips. With simple and intuitive digital scorekeeping, any member of your team community can keep score of every game. And when you stream and score, an on-screen scoreboard allows everyone to keep up with the action in real time. Make this season one to remember with Game Changer. Stream, score, connect.
Welcome back to DeJuan Wagner Court inside Clarence Turner Gymnasium. My name is Mike Shute. Glad you're with us for Camden High basketball as we take a look at some highlights here. 3 ball from Zaire Johnson was good as Camden extended that lead in the second quarter. Here's Pace on the run, got fouled, couldn't get the finish, but got to the line where he's been a busy guy this season. Here's Hart, Makai Hart knocking down a long 3-ball as well. Camden not afraid to shoot the 3, that's for sure. They've proven that. Again, against Woodbury the other day. They made their first 4 threes in that game, but missed like their first, I think, 5 or 6 2-point field goals in that contest. Jumped out to a 12-0 lead, saw that lead dwindle, and then blew it open in the second quarter as they went on a 19-4 run to get blow Woodbury. I wouldn't say blow them out, but they did kind of win that comfortably by the score of 71-58 on Saturday. And kind of doing a similar routine here as the game started out tight. Camden actually trailed this one for a while. Jumped up with a little late spurt in the first to take a 15-13 advantage after 1. Outscored Fels 13-3 in quarter number 2, and that's where we stand at 28-16. But that changes quickly off the right hand of Kieran Favors, the junior, with his first bucket of the night. And it pulls Fels to within 10. But quickly the other way, Camden scores as Keyshawn Franklin, lurking on the baseline, is able to get open for the easy bucket, and the lead back up to a dozen 30 seconds into the third quarter. Cornegay turned around off the window and good, right in the face of the freshman Drayden Garner. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Garner, and it'll be 1 free throw for Izaz Cornegay, the senior. Again, the scoring leader on this team on the season. And in the game today as well, he has 7. Actually, he's got a chance to be the scoring leader if he makes the free throw. Cannot get it, though. Cornegay struggling at the line. 1 for 7 at the line today. Garner with 3 fouls. Good look inside. Doctor couldn't get it as he got his man in the air. It looked like he got slapped at. Couldn't get it to fall. Fels the other way. Misses. Garner has the position. Gets the board and the foul. It's going to be Kieran Favors, the junior for Fels, picks up his first. And we've got a timeout on the floor. I believe it's a Camden timeout as Coach Harrigan will talk things over with his Panthers. Again, Panthers versus Panthers, and the kind of oddball little fact, I guess, or weird nugget of the game would be that for the Fels Panthers, this is the 4th time this season they're playing another team called the Panthers. Among the Panthers they played was over here in Jersey's Middle Township. They played Middle, and that's just one of the many Panthers that the Fels Panthers have faced off against this year. Kind of a weird situation, but a quick 30-second timeout. Camden trying to reset and get things in order here as they will take over with the basketball following the foul underneath the basket. That was against Kieran Favors, the junior for Fels. That's his first. He'll stay in the game. Favors is a strong rebounder at 6.3 per game, wearing number 21 for Fels. Corner 3 from Pace. Got it. Alex Pace continues his smooth shooting. 2 threes today. He's got 13. Fels almost threw it away. Kind of threw it towards our vantage point here at center court. Reverse layup, no good. McDowell couldn't get it. Doctor with the board. Pace is harassed and fouled as he tried to change direction, and it kind of fooled Aiden McDowell, who picks up the personal. That's going to be his first. Each team with 1 team foul here in the early portions of this third quarter. Doctor inbounds to Hart. Hart to Franklin. Now corner. Pace again for 3. Can't get it to drop. Doctor skies for the rebound and scores. Doctor with his first basket of the night. That's 7 different Camden players in the scoring column. Oh, and a block shot for Scott, but they're going to call a foul on him as well. Balewa Scott with the personal. That's going to be his second team foul for Camden here in the third quarter. And it's going to send Cornegay back to the line. 1 for 7 today at the line. Has 2 more coming his way. Well, you can see why he's at the line so often. He is a physical guy, a big guy, and has some strength in the post. Knocks down the first. We'll have another. He's got 8. 8 of the Panthers' 21. And make it, it rolls out. Thought it was going to be 9 of 22, but misses that. So he's just 2 for 9 at the line here today. Pace will try the left corner. Can't get that one to fall. Franklin fights for the rebound. And Hart steals it away. Leaves it off nicely to Pace. Can't get the layup to go underneath. Gets the rebound, though, on his backside. But then when he caught it and leaned back to pass it forward again, his back landed on the baseline. So tough break. He didn't think he was down on the baseline. Tough break for Pace, but good hustle play for him as well. Goes down as a turnover. Camden still up by 14, though, 35-21. Turnaround jumper, turn and face for Favors. Shot is long and spills out of bounds. Back to Camden here with 5:31 remaining in quarter number 3. Hart and Doctor out high. They look for Pace, top of the key. Catches, turns, fires, can't get it. Strong board underneath. Scott is wrestled and then has it taken away. And here comes Fels the other way. Favors. Spun into some traffic. They go inside to Cornegay, and he is hacked again. That's going to be Franklin this time. That's going to be the second on Keyshawn Franklin. And Cornegay will go back to the line. He'll be shooting his 10th and 11th free throws of this game. That one looks good. Cornegay averaging 22.7 points, 10.8 rebounds a game, and nearly 2 blocks. Impressive is his nearly 5 offensive rebounds a game as well for Cornegay. He hasn't really hurt Camden too much on the offensive glass today, but he is a good rebounder, you can see, with both his size, his springiness, and his strength. Makes those 2. He's got 10. Here's Pace. Now Hart, Doctor, way out high. High post to Pace. Inside out game. Hart's 3 is long. Franklin gets up, catches, turns, fires, and misses. Favors with the rebound. Pace with the full court pressure. Tries to slow things up. Just enough to keep Fels from getting a break. Looked like a double dribble there. Nothing called. And a good hang from Makai Ackridge. He's got 5. And it's a 10-point Camden advantage. So Fels kind of slowly trying to creep back in. Pace. Baseline. Julius Erving style. Left hand off the glass for Pace. That famous move by Dr. J back in the day gives Pace 15. Although Pace did it with the left hand, Doc went with the right hand underneath back in the day against the Lakers. Foul's going to be on Scott. That's 3 for Balewa, the junior. And they're going to get a sub. Scott will stay in there. He thought he was coming out. But Tyree Thorpe is going to go back in and replace Makai Hart. Thorpe, a pretty good defensive player from what we've seen here in the first few weeks of the season, but he's come alive on the offensive end with a couple buckets today as they feed Cornegay on the inbound. He scores again. Again, the lead remains 10. Pace and Thorpe play catch. Now Doctor, ball fake, leaves it underneath. Scott can't hold on, almost threw it away. Pace grabbed it, tried to throw it off a defender, couldn't. Then Favors loses the handle. Pace comes in and slaps it away. Favors recollects. They try to go to Cornegay. Scott knocks it away. Now Favors floats into the paint. Score it. And he'll shoot one. The foul's going to be on Pace. That's the first foul for Alex tonight. But the 5th team foul for Camden here in the 3rd. Favors now with 4, looking for 5 here if he can convert the 3-point play. And it's going to cut the Camden lead to 7. Misses it though, so it remains an 8-point Camden advantage. 37-29, 3:20 remaining, quarter number 3. Doctor in some traffic, gets it to Thorpe. Thorpe trying to get by Favors, then is double teamed, and actually wound up stepping out of bounds on the baseline. So Camden a little struggle here in this mid portion of the 3rd quarter. Scott will come out. Garner will return. Drayden Garner, the freshman, comes back in for Camden. Steal. Pace takes it away. Pace full speed, went off his foot, but then at last touched a Fels player. It was off of Isael Moranta Mendez, pardon me. So Camden will have a baseline inbounds opportunity here with the 8-point edge. 3:13 left to go in the 3rd. Pace. Now they double him in the corner. Is able to find Doctor. Now Franklin looking for Thorpe to the left. Thorpe in traffic. Seems like everywhere Camden goes, they're double teamed with the ball. Somehow Fels is just all over the place defensively. And I think they're going to say Thorpe either stepped out of bounds over there or traveled. Either way, it's a turnover for the High here as we're under 3 minutes left to go in quarter number 3. Fels looking to slowly creep back into this one. Baseline, Moranta Mendez tried to throw it off a Camden player and did as it went off the foot, I think, of Doctor down there along the baseline. Moranta Mendez, a senior point guard for this Fels squad, lobs it up to Cornegay. It's slapped away, I should say, by Franklin, who picks up the loose ball, gets it to Pace, cross court. Pace on the run. He's met at the basket. They're going to call a foul. There was a block shot in there as well. And I think they're going to call the foul, looks like on McDowell. That's going to be his 2nd. Look at Pace on the way to the hoop. Yeah, he got him maybe with the body down there, and then the shot was also blocked, but it'll be Pace shooting 2. Pace, the only Camden player to get to the line today. He's 1 for 2. 15 points. He's been making a living at the line for Camden this season. Good shooter's roll there, and that drops. So it's now a 9-point edge. 2:31 left in the 3rd. 2nd doesn't quite roll. Franklin can't get it. And Fels the other way quickly. Camden recovers nicely. They leave the shooter open in the corner. Three ball. Used the whole entire rim, some backboard as well. Couldn't drop. Fels steals it away, and it's a left-handed layup for Mekhi Ackridge. He's got 7. And it's a 7-point advantage again for Camden. Garner gets it. Quickly looks opposite Franklin. Now Pace in the paint. He's slapped from behind. I think they're going to catch 0 is going to be the foul. So that's going to go against Ackridge. That's his first. Team fouls now 3 for Fels, 5 for Camden here in quarter number 3. Just under 2 minutes remaining. Camden still front running here, 38-31. Franklin, Thorpe, Doctor in the corner. Now Garner looking opposite. Now puts it on the floor, kicks out Franklin. Pace top of the key. Camden again with quick movement. Oh, Pace with a move left, right, up and in as Pace gets the bucket. So score the basket. He will shoot a free throw here. He made 1 of 2 on his last trip. This will be his 5th free throw of the game. He's got 18. And his 19th point extends the Camden lead back to 10. as we approach 90 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. 1:33 left to go. Cornegay left open underneath. Somebody missed an assignment there. And it's an easy one for Izaz Cornegay, the senior. 3-ball from the left corner is blocked. Looked like Ackridge got a piece of it. And now Cornegay across the timeline. His pass is deflected. Moranta Mendez collects. Cross-court pass. The 3 for Ackridge, no good. Fels tracks down the rebound. Now some contact underneath the basket as Doctor had his 2 hands straight up in the air and he was crashed into. The foul's going to go against Jaden Doctor. That's going to be his first. And it's going to put Cyrus Gaines to the line. Gaines' first trip to the free throw line today. He has no points until now. Give him one. And he'll have another. Zaire Johnson checks back in. Franklin will have a seat. Doctor also, actually Doctor is who's checking out as Johnson comes in. Franklin will take Doctor's spot underneath the basket here on the free throw. Second free throw is up and good as well. So Gaines in the scorebook with 2 points. And it's just a 6-point Camden advantage now. So Fels has done a nice job of kind of whittling away slowly at the Camden lead. Johnson against Cornegay. Feeds to Thorpe, cutting. But we've got, I believe, we're going to have a turnover. Yeah, they're going to say that Johnson, I guess, or Thorpe stepped on the baseline. So another Camden turnover. 45 seconds left to go. Scooping layup is up and good for Ackridge. He now has 9, and it's just a 4-point Camden advantage here. Pace guarded closely. Franklin now on the out near midcourt to Johnson. Cornegay, as Fels playing that zone, extending it all over the place. Looking underneath, a little too high for Franklin, but he does a nice job to collect it. 20 seconds left to go. Franklin in traffic. He gets fouled. On the floor, they're going to say. That'll be the 5th team foul against Fels here with 18 seconds left to go in the third. The foul's going to go against Gaines. That's his first. And with that being the 5th foul here of the quarter, we're going to have Franklin shooting 2. He can't get the first. Free throw shooting for both teams, not the best tonight, although Franklin's the only the second Camden High player to get to the line. Second rattles around and drops. So Keyshawn Franklin has 7. And the Camden lead back up to 5 here in the final 15 seconds. Oh, great read by Garner to get that steal. He came up to the high post. Zaire Johnson can't get the layup to fall. Can Fels beat the buzzer. Cornegay to the hoop with speed. Scores just in time. Pace is going to try and beat the buzzer. Off the glass again. Camden's had 3 attempts at long buzzer beaters. Have hit the glass every time. None of them falling. But you see some moves right there from Ackridge as he's had a little bit of an impact here in this quarter. Pace as well. You see that scoop shot as he's helped Camden remain out front. But again, it's been Ackridge with 9 points in this one. 6 here in this quarter to help Fels slice into the lead. We'll step away for a quick break and come back with more after this. You're watching Camden High Basketball on BFA Sports. Third quarter advantage Fels as they outscored Camden 23-14. But Camden with that 12-point lead at the half, still holding on to the lead here as the High up 42-39, 8 minutes left to go in this one as we approach quarter number 4 Tyree Thorpe to inbound to Zaire Johnson. And we're underway here in the fourth in Clarence Turner Gymnasium. Thorpe, Garner, his pass tipped, and Cornegay just muscled the ball away from Pace. Long outlet pass. And now a steal by Pace. Johnson scoops it up, back to Pace, one-on-one, flying and scoring. Alex Pace, another bucket. Camden's lead now 44-39. Maranta Mendez tried to feed in the post. Cornegay couldn't get it. Pace saves it. Thorpe with it in the corner. Now Franklin will drive and fly and get fouled. Couldn't get the shot to drop, but Franklin will shoot two more. So for Franklin, not sure who the foul was on there, but Franklin will shoot two. Misses the first. Again, Camden's struggling at the line today. Four for 8 right now is the team at the line. And make it 5 for 9 is Franklin, now 2 for 4 at the line. He's got 8 points. Had 29 points against Eastside. He and Pace each with 29 in that game last week in the Camden rivalry. 3 ball is a little flat out of the right hand of Saab. It's going to go out of bounds, the last touched by Johnson, I believe, on the rebound. So Fels to inbound on their offensive half. Maranta Mendez guarded by Johnson. Travel against Ackridge. So Camden will get it back. Leading by 6, trying to add to it. Just over a minute gone by here in quarter number 4. 3 for Pace. That's good. A 3-ball for Alex Pace. That's his third 3 of the night. And it's back to a 9-point Camden advantage. Fels can't get it to drop. Cornegay, though, offensive board, back up strong in traffic, loses the handle. And then deflected away by Johnson. Good quick hands and quick feet by Johnson. He's been a pretty good defensive force for this Camden team when we see him in the lineup for the Panthers. And we've got a timeout on the court. It is a full timeout called by Fels, so we'll take a moment to step away as well as we get ready for what should be an exciting finish here from Clarence Turner Gymnasium at Camden High School. Panthers. So Camden saw its lead start to kind of wilt. They were leading just 42-39 after the third, but they've gone on a quick 6-0 run here to start quarter number 4 and lead it now 48-39. It was Fels with a 23-14 advantage in quarter number 3 to tighten things up as Camden led by 12 at the half. And Fels with a good third quarter, outscoring Camden by 9, cut into that lead, 42-39. But again, Camden on a 6-0 run here to start things in the fourth. Fels with the full timeout, trying to regroup. And Camden showing zone 2-3. They're kind of keeping things tight on the baseline. That was Pace and Garner are doubling up against Cornegay, which is leaving the corner open out here. 3 no good. Cornegay, tough board, strong. Izaz Cornegay, the senior. He's got 16. Trying to will Fels back. Pace, little change of direction. He's hit hard and will shoot 2 more. Pace with 24. We'll have 2 free throws forthcoming. I think the foul was on Kieran Favors, which would be his second, 21 Black. And here's Pace shooting 2. First is good. Give him 25 now. And make it 26 for Pace. He had 17 to lead-off scorers on Saturday against Woodbury. That's the first game this season he did not score 20 points. At least the first game that he played a full game. He had a 0-point game, but he got injured in the first few minutes against Salesiano. That's a layup up and good for Maranta Mendez. Here's Garner stepping out and knocking it down. He's got 6. Garner chipping in tonight with the offense. Trying to force feed Cornegay, and Garner and Pace laugh about it. They both were trying to catch the ball and pass it to the other, but they both were in midair and landed out of bounds. So it'll be Fels' ball here. 5:10 left to go. Good pass inside. Favors can't finish. Franklin on the run. 2-hand jam. 11-point advantage for Camden. Jason Harrigan with the fist in the air. He likes what he sees as he calls out the defense again for Camden. Thorpe, good defense. Maranta Mendez lost his footing. Pace will step back, shoot 3 as Franklin feeds. Pace now with 29, and Camden pulling away by 14. Maranta Mendez feeding Cornegay. Garner lost his footing. The ball's going to roll around and drop. But no basket. They're going to call travel against Cornegay. Tough call in the paint there. See, looked like Garner kind of fell into him there. So no basket. 57-43 the score. Camden again up by 14. Here's Franklin's 3, a little long. Cornegay with a big rebound, and Pace crashed into him. Pace will pick up the foul. That'll be his second, and the second team foul here in quarter number 4 for Camden. Cornegay, again, averaging 11 rebounds a game this season, just about 10.8, we'll say, to be specific. But you can see he's a pretty talented player. He's going to be a big key for this Fels team as they try and win a public league title in Philadelphia. Green into the game. Namir Green for Fels. When Fels turns it over, it's a Camden steal. Hart gets it. Pace thought about the pull-up, and then is grabbed by Green. That's going to be a foul on the senior Green, his first. It's going to be the team's second here, the third here in the fourth quarter. Azir Pagan checks in, the senior, wearing number 0 for Camden. Catches the pass. Now Hart scoops up the short hop. Now drives, finds some room in traffic. Flings it out to Garner, and then Garner is mugged by Green. That was just a 2-hand grab by Green. He got caught in the air and just tried to reach at the ball and just basically gave Drayden Garner a little bit of a hug there. So that's a foul. That's going to be the 4th team foul against Fels. Now Hart. Guarded by McDowell, 13. Now ones against each other is Pace against Green. Pace gets the shot off, but is fouled. I believe they're going to call that on McDowell, and I think that's his third, number 13 for Fels. It'll put Pace back at the line. Five for 7 today at the line for Pace. Make it 6 for 8. Now 30 points. And make it 31. As Pace has found the rhythm at the line now, making 5 of his last 5. And 7 for 9 today. 16-point advantage. Good hands by Pagan. The senior slaps that away. And we'll get a sub for Fels as Ackridge checks back in. Green takes a seat. Maranta Mendez to pull the trigger, trying to get it under the baseline to Cornegay. Cornegay, skip pass across the defense. Pull-up jumper is no good. Oh, and a player fell down in the paint for Fels. Ackridge slipped. Here's Pagan. Gets up in the air, gets fouled, and he will shoot 2. Azir Pagan will shoot 2. Had a season high and career high 7 points in the win over Atlantic City a week and a half ago. Not this most recent Saturday, the Saturday prior. Can't get the first to drop. Trying to add to this Camden 16-point edge here as we are approaching the 3-minute mark of quarter number 4. Pagan's second is short. Franklin tried to get in there and slap it away, but Cornegay had him boxed out nicely, and the rebound came off to Ackridge. Now Cornegay baseline, easy one for him. He's got 18. All 2s today for Cornegay. Here's Hart. Now Franklin slips into the paint, has it knocked away. And now Fels on the run quickly the other way. Baseline, layup no good. Cornegay couldn't get the put back and then is called for the foul. He looked like he was a little frustrated there on the offensive board. Thought maybe he was held and then fouled on the way back. That's going to be the second personal on Cornegay, number 10. Again, the leading scorer and a rebounder for this Fels squad. It's going to send Franklin to the line. He will shoot 2. Franklin 2 for 4 today at the line. He's got 10 points so far. He's been in double figures, I believe, in every game since joining the squad. He had 16 on Saturday against Woodbury. Makes the first there to extend the lead to 15, now make it 16 as he's hit now 3 in a row at the line and is now 4 for 6 today. Gives him 12. And he gets a Camden 16-point edge. Cornegay the other way. Pardon me, it was actually Saab the other way. Pace spinning and flying down the court, trying to save it in, but he goes out of bounds. Teammates rush to help him up, and it will be Fels' ball. Camden up 14, 2:11 left to go. Just the only thing would be not taking care of the basketball could lead to helping Fels get back into this one. Foul and 1. Good shot from Saab. He got bonked in the noggin and is able to keep his composure and knock that shot down. So he can cut the lead to 11 if he can make this free throw. He's got 12 today. First trip to the line is good. So 13 for Saab, and it's 61-50. 2 minutes left to go. Pace looking to get it in. He's going to call timeout. Didn't like what he saw. Fels with some aggressive defense there. So it's a timeout for Camden as they couldn't get it in. Pace smartly calls the timeout rather than get the turnover. So with 2:01 left to play, we will step away for a moment, come back with more from Clarence Turner Gymnasium. Get a look at the Camden High huddle. As again, we've got Panthers versus Panthers here tonight in Clarence Turner Gymnasium. As Camden High leading 61-50 with 2 minutes left to go. They called a quick timeout. Had a little trouble getting the ball in on the baseline, and smartly talking things over, kind of reset, get things organized. So Pace will be the inbounder. He's got Franklin down there with him and Thorpe. Garner on the floor along with Kenneth Chambers is out there as well, number 14. Here's Garner. Thorpe baseline. Now Franklin top of the key. Camden going to use the clock to its advantage. And we've got a foul on Fels as McDowell's going to be called for another one. That's going to be his 4th. And it'll send Pace back to the line with 31 points tonight. He's hit 5 in a row at the line and is 7 for 9 tonight. Coach Harrigan with a little conversation with one of our officials as Pace knocks down another one. Pace gets to the line a lot. He has that great slashing style that creates a lot of contact. That, of course, was contact way out at midcourt, but generally speaking, he's cutting to the basket, creating contact. So he's made now 7 in a row at the line. He's got his 3rd 30-point game of the season. Moranta Mendez can't get it to fall. Here's Franklin on the great pass from Thorpe with the easy bucket for Franklin. 14 for him. Double figures again for the junior. Layup no good. Going to be out of bounds. I think they're going to say Cornegay touched it last. Saab couldn't get the layup to fall. So it's a 15-point advantage with a little over a minute left to go. Pace with speed. Layup missed. Chambers couldn't get it to drop. Franklin with the putback. That's no good. And here comes Fels the other way. It'll be Saab collecting it back at the top of the key. He was bumped into. Now Franklin will take it away. Franklin's pushed and shoved from behind. And Franklin will shoot 2. As the foul is going to be against Jacin Saab. That's his first. Fell's over the limit, so it'll be 2 more shots for Keyshawn Franklin. Again, 14 points for him, looking for more. 4 for 6 at the line. Missed the first. Franklin will have another. Franklin wearing 13 tonight in the gold. Camden High uniforms wore 22 the other night in the purple. Missed them both, so the lead remains 15. High post, now left corner, 3, no good. Offensive rebound and put back off the mark for Moranta Mendez, but he'll shoot 2 here. Moranta Mendez with 2 points today for the senior. Looking to double that if he can knock down 2 free throws here. So Camden taking care of business here on the home floor. Also known as DeJuan Wagner Court, as they're up by 15. Moranta Mendez can't get the shooter's roll. We'll have another. Fell's not great at the line tonight. Moranta Mendez makes the second. He has 3 points, 1 for 2 at the line for the senior. Fell's trying to put on some pressure. 3 ball from the corner is no good, and a foul over the back is going to be called on Drayden Garner, the freshman, as he went over the back to try and get that rebound. That's the 4th team foul against Camden, and that is Garner's 4th as well for the freshman. Steal. Thorpe will lay it in left hand. Thorpe with 6. Again, he turns defense into offense real quick, and it's a 16-point advantage here as we're winding things down with 20 seconds left to go. And Camden will improve its mark to 7-5 as the layup is up and good for Saab. And we've got a foul at the other end. It'll be 2 shots for Thorpe as he was fouled with 10 seconds left to go. So Thorpe with 6 tonight. Can't get the first to fall. He will have another. Tyree Thorpe, the sophomore guard. 19 for 32 at the line this season coming into tonight. And we've got a stoppage here in the middle of the free throws, as I think they just discovered that that is the 5th personal foul against Garner. I only had that as 4 for him, but apparently he had 5, so he's got to come out of the game. So that last foul was his 5th. They didn't catch it right away at the scorer's table, so he stayed on the floor for a couple of extra seconds. I mean, it's not going to change the outcome or anything, but Thorpe makes the 2nd. So he's got 7, and it's going to wind down here along 2. Is up and no good. The rebound pulled down by Pace, and that's going to do it for Camden with a victory here, a non-league one at that, as they are able to take care of business against visiting Fels High School. As Panthers versus Panthers, the victory goes to the Panthers in purple and gold. We'll take a break, step away, and come back to wrap things up here on BFA Sports as you've been watching Camden High basketball with the victory 68-53 over Fels High School of Philadelphia. Back with more to wrap things up right after this. Stay with us.
In this game, they say you can't travel, but we do it for them. Beating the buzzer, setting a screen, creating the comeback. Always keeping score. Play by play, season by season, year after year. And no matter where our suits are, we're always here with you. Because this isn't labor, it's love.
Hi, everybody, back at Clarence Turner Gymnasium here on Dewan Wagner Court. I'm Mike Shute. Glad you joined us for Camden High School basketball tonight as the Camden High squad was able to take care of business against Fels High School of Philadelphia from the Public League, as Camden picks up the victory by the score of 68-53. They used a strong second quarter to build that lead. They went on a 13-3 run in the second quarter to go up 28-16 at the half, but Fels kind of scrapped their way back into it in the third quarter as Fels outscored Camden 23-14 in that third quarter. So we were looking at a 42-39 Camden High advantage as we headed to the fourth, but Camden took care of business in the fourth quarter, outscoring Fels 26-14 in the final stanza to pull out the 68-53 victory. So Camden wins it, once again improving to 7-5 overall this year. Of course, it's a non-league game. Fels, on the other hand, they fall to 9-7 overall. Fels right now in first place in the Public League's Independence Division in the city of Philadelphia. So strong results from them so far this season in the city, and a good little, I think, tune-up for both teams. I think we talked about it at the beginning of the game, right? Coach Jason Harrigan of Camden, who was a head coach at St. Joseph's Prep over in Philly last year, and for a few years before that, 5 years total. He and Jamel Lindsay, the head coach of Fels, know one another, and it was an opportunity for, I think, both teams to get a look at a different kind of team, right? A team that they don't normally play, and a chance to tune up and, be prepared for what lies ahead. Lindsay really talked to me about that before the game a bit, saying, like, I really want to give our team a chance to, see what kind of teams are out there, right? A different kind of squad, and they got a taste of what Camden High brings to the table tonight for sure. And we saw good shooting again from Camden, good defense as well. And the High wins it by the score of 68-53, powered by Alex Pace, 33 points, his third 30-point game of the season for Pace. As, again, he can score from all places, right? He's been able to shoot the three effectively. We see him drive. We see him get fouled and get to the line and make his free throws as well. So Alex Pace, the senior, the transfer from Georgia, has proven to be a real valuable commodity for this Camden High team, again, with 33 points. Keyshawn Franklin chipped in with 14 as well. He's been in double figures in each of the games he's appeared in so far for Camden as well. So Pace and Franklin kind of lead the way with 47 of Camden's 68 points. You had Drayden Garner chip in with 6. You had Tyree Thorpe with 7. Makai Hart with 3. Doctor with a couple as well. So they got contributions from everybody. Zaire Johnson with a 3 also. So Camden, again, a strong fourth quarter to kind of seal this one up. They go on a 26-14 run. They win it by the score of 68-53. That's going to do it for us from here at Clarence Turner Gymnasium and standing on, of course, DeJuan Wagner Court. For everybody here at BFA Sports, I want to say thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. As Camden, again, we'll look ahead at their schedule real quick, as they will next travel to Lenape on Thursday, a couple days from today. Then they'll be back here on Tuesday, January 27th, as they will play host to Bishop Eustis. That should be a good one in the Olympic Conference National Division. So we'll get some big in-conference play back at you when Camden next appears on BFA Sports. So we'll see you then for more Camden High basketball. Once again, the final, 68-53. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.